You big dopes. You big dummies. You freaking idiots. No, I'm not talking about you guys. Don't worry. I love you guys. So good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. I'm talking about Nintendo because they just made everybody mad with one of the stupidest, silliest, dumbest things they could have done. And they themselves easily could have made it perfect. So what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. I hate when this happens. When a company, when an entity, when a video game corporation has a chance to do it right by all the fans that give them millions and millions and millions of dollars, and they decide to screw it up. Because why? This isn't even a cost-saving opportunity at this point. They're just straight up making a huge oops. We got some other Nintendo Switch news, but I'm mostly talking about Nintendo and their recent online... Whoa. I didn't realize how bad it was until I realized how bad it was. And I'm telling you, this is going to spread a lot today. So get ready for a lot of angry Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack customers. Rightfully so. Before we get there, I want to let you know that the Kirby anniversary is over. Nintendo tweeted out that the Kirby's 30th anniversary is done. I think it's pretty funny that they're announcing the end of it, but alas, okay, at least we know the onslaught of Kirby, whether you liked it or didn't, it's done. So this year maybe will be an onslaught of apparently nothing because they have no games beyond Pikmin 4. On the bright side, Nintendo is posting more and more about Tears of the Kingdom. It feels like that is now, oh, they remembered it's coming. They remembered it's coming in a freaking month, baby. They tweeted out a little cool video clip. It's just a video from the video, so it's not that exciting, but I do love that they're talking about Ultra Hand, one of Link's brand new abilities, and it's really made me think and investigate this footage further. I'm putting together well, I'll save it as a surprise, but I think if you look at this, there's like a lot that we can learn, and you can kind of almost figure out what you're going to play before you play it. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'll just leave it at that, but yeah, I like that they're posting more Zelda stuff over on their Twitter feed, and they're also posting this. Let's get to the big debate. Let's get to the big problem. Let's get to the reason why I started this video with vengeance. Why I chose anger today. Because Nintendo, they've got a catalog of amazing games. By all accounts, they've done a nice job lately of adding Game Boy Advance, adding Game Boy Color, pumping out a pretty decent lineup. Like they put out Metroid Fusion, they added Kirby 2. They did a nice job. And they announced late last night another new game. And mostly this should be awesome. Everybody knows Nintendo's, well, one of Nintendo's like biggest, most popular franchises is Pokemon. It's been like a really long time coming. I believe this was announced September 21st, 2022, and it's now finally gonna appear. What I'm talking about is Pokemon Stadium on the N64 expansion pack, part of the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack service. It's releasing on April 12th. They showed off one of their trailers. They really poked us with the minigame of Clefairy, and they basically said, hey, you're going to be able to play this online, which is freaking sweet. Pokemon Stadium in the year of our Lord 2023, and here we are playing an N64 game with online on our Switch portably. It's kismet, especially after Scarlet and Violet release. The DLC is coming soon. It's perfect, right? No. This is an example of how Nintendo just does not take advantage of what they have. I love Nintendo, and I think they make a lot of right choices. I also think that they intentionally don't do the coolest, best stuff, and unintentionally make their company and their releases worse than they could be. So here's the debacle and deal, and I found it out via Twitter. I mean, I should have realized it first, but I learned it the hard way, and this hard way hit home. Okay, let me know if this hits you hard too. This made me emotional last night. Bobby Durian tweeted, dang, I'm gonna have to beat Pokemon Stadium with rental teams, huh? LOL. And Beal tweeted, wait, you can use non-rentals. And Bobby tweeted, if you had that cartridge reader thing, you could use your RBY Pokemon, but the Switch version won't have that, unfortunately. Beal tweets, WTF, man, I grew up playing that on hard mode. Even now I reach Team Rocket or whatever, and I'm hard stuck. Bobby tweeted, I'm so sorry you had to find out this way. For all of you hoping Nintendo would drop Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow before or simultaneously with Pokemon Stadium, the answer is no. The answer is no. Pokemon Stadium now just got 95% worse because it's rental teams. You can argue that rental teams are fine. Maybe that's even the way you played Pokemon Stadium when you were growing up. Maybe there is a silver lining here, but right now I'm all about going for the gold. Goldish colored, but not Pokemon Gold cartridge yellow to Game Boy Color. Pokemon Day arrived a while back, and Nintendo had already announced GBA and GBC. They easily could have dropped something Pokemon. We know that the Pokemon TCG is coming. Didn't drop that. Based on last year's emulator leak, we know Pokemon Pinball's coming. Didn't drop that. They've already taken our money for Red and Blue once with Let's Go, and they charged $60 for it. Then they took our money again with Sword and Shield, again with Legends Arceus, with Brilliant Diamond and Pearl if that was your nostalgic fanfare, and again with Scarlet Violet plus DLC, and still they don't want to give us the OG games from eons ago on the online service, which, oh, by the way, we also pay for. Do you know how nifty it would have been if they were able to put Pokemon out first and then Stadium, and how much better that would have been? I've seen some people, Copium, working through this by saying, hey, maybe they'll stealth drop Red, Blue, and Yellow on April 12th. That would be fantastic. It's not going to happen. Nintendo doesn't operate that way. They would have made a huge deal about it. And there's a part of me that thinks Nintendo will never put Red, Blue, and Yellow on the online service because they want you to buy Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, and whatever the heck new, reformatted, remastered, remade version they eventually come out with next. I think Nintendo is carefully and cautiously releasing their past catalog in a way that most benefits their bankroll. And it's kind of disgusting. There's no reason, now that you already have Game Boy Color there, that we couldn't have these games out and make Pokemon Stadium a much more inviting, awesome, bigger deal. How cool to utilize past technology merging with the future, where we could go on your online service, play Pokemon Red, acquire a team, transfer them over via your online service to our N64 expansion pack game Pokemon Stadium, and battle it out online with our friends. Huzzah, that's Nintendo doing it right. So they didn't. Now, some of you may point out that before, Nintendo did put that you would not be able to transfer Pokemon into Stadium. But at one point, they actually removed that verbiage from the Japanese trailer, building all sorts of hope. Now, maybe there is some like strange scenario where Nintendo devs are hard at work trying to get these things to transfer properly, and it just isn't happening. And instead of issuing a Metroid Prime style redo and apology, they decided that they would just put out Pokemon Stadium because it's been far too long. Like I said, this thing was announced in September of 2022. We're going on 7 months without Pokemon Stadium, and they still have Pokemon Stadium 2. By the way, Nintendo isn't dropping Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. They're going to use Pokemon Stadium 2 as a separate month's release. Now, in March, they dropped Metroid Fusion for GBA and other Game Boy Color titles later in the month. April, they're giving us Pokemon Stadium. Will they give us more? They better. They better continue to merge and mix their systems, whether it's an SNES release or a Genesis release or a Game Boy Advance release, but they better keep it coming. There is no reason to go one per month or one system per month or slow it down, especially when you aren't delivering the game the best way it possibly can be played. They're announcing Pokemon Stadium like it's a huge deal and you have to play with rental teams the entire way through. For some of you, that may not be a huge deal, but for me, it's symbolic of how Nintendo has the entire smorgasbord in front of them. Their platter is filled to the tens. All sorts of charcuterie and delicious desserts, nom-noms and tapas, and instead they're like, you know what? If we slowly separate Dole and Dish one by one, they could wait until we die and transfer our Switch Online accounts to our children, hope that interest rates go up so much they can raise the price of the system. What is the purpose of making everything take so darn long? And what is the purpose of diluting a service that could be your ace in the hole? Nintendo's catalog is better than anybody's historic catalog. The Switch system can go anywhere with you, unlike any of the other systems, and it makes the most sense for Nintendo to do the most sensible thing, which is to make their system the most awesome. That's how you make the most money. I don't even believe it would take that much work to make this happen. Red, Blue, and Yellow will probably never come to Nintendo Switch Online because they would rather sell you a full-on Switch version. It's just silly because if they knew Pokemon fans, they know that you'd buy Let's Go and still play Red, Blue. Yeah, like you do both. It's different. We do that. We buy your same games over and over again, and other companies have proved that remakes and remasters are really At the end of the day, Nintendo just doesn't want to do the coolest thing. Maybe they don't realize it, but I refuse. They're very smart over there. I don't know. What is the answer? Help me solve this crazy conundrum. Why is Nintendo lazy like this? Why can't they make it cool when they have a great chance and when they have the pieces there? If there wasn't Game Boy already on Switch Online at this point in time in 2023, I wouldn't be arguing this point. Maybe a little bit, but definitely not a lot. But the fact that they have it all at their fingertips, they can touch the buttons and make it amazing. We've given them the top-selling console in nearly the history of our universe. Many of the games set global records. And we have to play Pokemon Stadium with rental teams. Think about it. I swear to you, Nintendo, if you sit out E3 because you literally have nothing and there is no Switch 2 and there's no Summer Direct, I'll think of something really bad. I'll swallow my Switch. I won't. I'll do it. I don't even care. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. And until next time, love you lots. Pokemon Stadium, April 12th. SwitchForce. Out.